And welcome back, returning viewers to the channel, or new viewers to the channel, we'll see. Today, we're going to be playing Xeno Empire. This time, I've gone ahead and picked up the Oceania DLC, which for the last 3 playthroughs of Xeno Empire I did not have. And as far as feedback, people are just interested in watching it. They didn't necessarily give me feedback on what sort of planet class to play or what profiles to play. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep it simple. We're going to do a Gaia class planet. Normal size, normal large size, Gaia class planet, which might actually be large, to be fair. The ranges on these can be a little bit interesting, but the middle size. As far as history class modifiers, the only one I've got on is spread out. Planet generation, because I want specifically to use the maritime trading houses on this map. Basically going to run basically the same settings as we did last time, which is regular, militia only, city-state start, tech 3. Obviously, we now have the Oceania DLC, so we have that turned on. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do Fog of War complete after colonization. That way I can know what the map looks like. One thing I don't want is I don't want like a Pangea map. I want some island, some continent play on it. So that's the only real difference I'm going to do in the settings here from the last game. Got a decent tilt. If anything, that's probably more tilt than I want. It's a little warm, so I'm actually going to go ahead and do a reroll here. I want something Earth-like. 26 is probably fine. 30 degrees is fine. Okay, that looks like that'll work. So geology, we have 58% oceans. This is probably the sort of geology I want. And then the question is, did we get a reasonable planet? I'm looking at this planet, I'm going, there are, oh, well, there's a couple real tiny islands. But in practice, this is a Pangea map. So in practice, I could play this entire map and basically win with purely land forces. I could ignore the maritime facilities mostly, I think. Other than having to do some productions against the AI, trying to do end rounds around my front lines. So this is not the sort of planet I want. It's probably that level of oceans, but it's not. I need a little bit more broken up. I want it at least broken into some archipelago or multiple continents. Okay, that's closer. We got a break-off continent here, and a couple decent-sized islands. On the other hand, I'm still fairly certain that unless I got stuck with these small islands, that I could probably win with just military forces alone. And there's a decent possibility the AI could win with just military forces alone without having to use to go around or the maritime facilities. So we're gonna re-roll again. Again, this one's also a little bit mountainous as well. No mountains. Okay, so we got one big continent, one medium-sized continent, and one small-sized continent. This had a little bit more topography to it. I might run with that one, but no, we're gonna do the reroll. Nah, not this one. Again, that was one sort of mega continent. Wanted a little bit closer to the previous one in breakup. Like this one will work. This is probably what we're gonna run with. We got it pretty nicely broken up. There's a decent sized continent there, but I don't think if anyone gets stuck with that continent, that they'll just auto win from the continent alone, hopefully. We got a decent plains-mountain ratio, large amount of oceans. This is about an Earth-like ocean. And this is a Gaia world, so this is going to be, like, Gaia-like. And we rolled the biosphere. Alien tissue value is good. Forests. No atmosphere farming problems here. So in there, we probably actually just be able to farm this world. Like it's an Earth-like. Which I suppose makes sense, it is a guy. That'll probably be fine. I'm not necessarily going to roll for ruin start here like we did in the last one. I just wanted there to be some number of zones, so like 30-something zones, there'd be zones on islands and stuff like that. So this will work. Hopefully you don't get, like, boned in metal or heavy metals, because there won't be a large number of ruins on this map. There we go. So into the planet. So we're on Trolivia Tyrannus. Is basically Terran planet, so they gave us sort of Tyrannus as the termination here. Auxiliary information. Once we're in game, we'll be able to check to see if it's farmable. On the other hand, whatever animals we're running into again are spooky, scary aliens. So that'll be fun, possibly. 6 major regimes, 30 minor regimes. And sentient aliens make up 4 of the minor regimes. So there's 26 minor regimes and some sentient aliens. So I think we're a little quicker getting into this one than the last one. Maybe didn't need to reroll as much. Steel Land. That works. Lord. I'm not very creative with titles, so we're going to go with Lord. Go gate here. I'm going to run this one. We haven't done government before. We haven't done heart. I'm not going to run government heart. I'm just going to run government here. But we're going to run government, meritocracy, and I'm going to run fist again. Government, fist, and meritocracy. So now we're on round 1 in Xeno Empire. We've suffered no losses and nor made any kills. We have 3 decisions and a bunch of reports. All classes need to be subject to me, which is autocracy, people, or the workers' bureaucrats. We're meritocratic, so we'll work with bureaucrats. I'm going to come back to this one. This is going to be based on what the neighboring zones look like. Nomad trader. So we know at least we got nomads next to us. And it is nomads, so the usual play is if we got the money to pay them, we will buy their ammo until we're ready to attack them. Okay, so what does our border situation look like? We've got Solunus territory, which is the nomads. We got unaligned, we got non-aligned. Okay, so basically it's just the nomads next to us. So we'll have to play it a little bit carefully to not get jumped by the nomads, I think. And it is nomads. So I don't want to go Foreign Affairs Counselor, I think. Because obviously we can't negotiate with the nomads. Well, we can't annex the nomads in that fashion, right? No, there's another territory over there. Minor culture, we don't know. Another territory. Okay, so yeah, no diplomacy right off the bat. So we're not going to go Foreign Affairs right away. It is nomads, so I probably don't need to go model design. So yeah, we'll probably just go Eco Council. Yeah, we'll go Economy Council. Okay, and obviously we want to sort of achieve some degree of a border with the Solunus territory here. Hopefully we don't get any bioforms coming out of the ocean. So let's contact Maritime Trading Council, Maritime Trading House. So they'll contact us next turn. I think that is our first turn. Before I go ahead and roll out, let's look. What do we look with in victory? So apparently we're in the lead with population. Apparently we got the most populous of the 6 major zones, which is always nice to see. Mining overview, not mining, prospecting review. At the moment, we don't think we have any deposits, which is not good. But we'll see after we expand a bit when we find any. Help gives me agricultural details, so... Okay, so I don't know if that's actually telling me whether I can farm or not. So it looks like it's perfect for term plants. So we get appropriate temperature zones. We can probably put farm zone. In fact, that should have probably been obvious because I can see that we have a farm. The civilians have a farm instead of a dome farm here. And apparently we have a private harbor already. Okay. And we apparently know of 2 maritime trading houses. Okay, let's cycle this first turn. See how the maritime house responds. And hopefully we don't need to expand too much into the nomads, so the nomads don't get pissed. Okay, that's not exactly good. So there's a Snell Walker there, attacking us. We have 4 decisions, which wouldn't be surprising, because we know we should have at least one. We found a stockpile, giving us 3 machinery, which is not bad. We got our contact MTH back, and an archaeological effort. Okay.
Yes, sir, we're definitely taking gunfire. Run! Run!
Oh, that's not gonna be good. So there are hostile fish on this map, apparently. That might be what was here as well. Okay. In ideal world, I want to secure 3 hexes out for the capital, so we want there. Basically want that line to there.
Yes, sir, we're definitely taking gunfire. Run! Run! Run!
So we accidentally poked the nomads, which we don't really want. National budget. Yeah, for the moment this will be a fine split. We're gonna need a little bit more physical power at the beginning of this run to do negotiation with the Maritime House. Better than a deep Aphrodite Deep Maritime Trade House visits us to propose a regular line of communication. Sending up will cost us some credits, however. Yes, no, no, hard no. Okay. I got the money, so we'll pay for this. Don't necessarily want the commerce, but we'll have to accept it for now. Let's see if we can get a better leader.
Yes, sir.
So we got Cap 1. Cap 1. I can roll again. No, I can't roll again. So that's what we got. We got pick between 2 Cap 1s for our scientist here. 25 int is better than 15, so the 25 gets it.
Yes, sir.
Discovery is prioritized over research until we know what we've...
Yes, sir.
Until we know we've discovered the things we need. Which is probably some variation on sealed road, solar energy, maybe hospital university. If we get sealed road or solar energy, I'll probably swamp back a bit to get those done. But yeah, it's basically 4 out of here, besides the the military techs. Well, in addition to the military techs, or we want to go into later things. Okay, so that's a political power spent. I think I'm going to just accept that we're going to burn the militancy level down a bit by raising our first brigade of light infantry here. That way we've got stuff to deal with fish, pretty much. Let's see how bad we are at dealing with these fish.
Run! Run! Run!
Okay, so not too bad. The fish aren't super bad. Migrators, swimmers. So they have a tendency to migrate to other areas, so that's why they've shown up on land. These are aquatic, so they can move to the ocean. Hexes, okay. Basically aquatic squid things, and they got the swimmer. Combat bonuses in swamps and tundras, okay. Semi-aquatic. So if anything, they hopefully are not very good on land, so we can drive them back into the sea. And hopefully I haven't pissed the nomads off too much. Oof. So we're giving about as bad, or you're giving about as good as we're taking, and we've got 2 decisions on this turn on round 3. Found more machinery, which is good to see. Some metal of merits. I don't like that we got fish being here. Able commander offering services. Military commander of Solontus territory, willing to join a land and return to assistance. Wait, territory having a city? Territories usually don't have cities. Yeah, territories don't usually have cities. $66,41. $66,41. Sure.
Yes, sir.
New commander for the 1st Infantry. I assume this is the commander we just got, yeah. Sure, you can be in command of the 1st Infantry. Yeah, interesting. There's now a minor war card. Archaeology. We could play archaeology. We might play archaeology. Yeah, let's roll that. It's probably not going to succeed.
Yes, sir.
Every once in a while, you get a long shot roll. I might actually go ahead and play this tank just because we might need some help dealing with the locals. The locals might be a little bit scary. Okay, let's cycle the turn, and hopefully we don't get more surprises coming out of the ocean. Them level 9 on oceans is apparently quite scary. build 500 infantry.
Let's go.
So one thing is these guys are amphibious, so we're just going to drive them back into the ocean. They're not actually going to be destroyed.
Get out.
We got some gastro squid there. Amphibic aquatic profiteer. Territorial swimmer, okay. So we've been tasked with grabbing that hex. So if we can grab that hex, we'll try to grab that hex. I'm half expecting these guys are just going to come back on land. Unless I just push forward. And I'd rather they come back on that hex and get them to come back. Stand up our extra replacements. Let's contact the Maritime house again. Oh, okay, so this is established contact. It's not actually do things with that contact. So we'll establish the one we don't have contact with then. Anyway, we got contact with Aphrodite Deep. Right now they're apparently cheap to buy tonnage. And it's apparently assuming that everyone's fairly non-liquid. Okay. Killed 100, lost 400, so that's not great. Okay, so they didn't come back ashore, which is not quite what I want, but that's fine. We can work with that.
Let's go. Operation successful.
Yeah, I don't like the kill-to-death ratio exchange there. That's not great. Okay, so we got the hex that we want control of. Hopefully, the thing that's wandered off in the ocean is not going to wander right back. And this is the new one, so we'll pay the extra 200 to get contact with the second one. And again, we're going to keep trying to replace our troops as quickly as we lose them, hopefully. Well, faster than we lose them, hopefully. And cycle the turn. May even start contemplating trying to put a little bit of a road in. Somewhere in that bit there is... Yeah, there we go. Is the oceanic creature. Hopefully not going to piss them off too much by taking that tile. We're still in that hex. Okay. Well, that light infantry brigade is having a bad day. Go and secure the hex. Again, let's... Well, I suppose I can build the road one tile. Let's build the road one tile. improve the likelihood we get a little bit of supply there. And keep trying to deploy guardsmen to place the guards that we're losing. Trader housing, offering to buy IP in my place. So I can sell them 184 of my industrial points for a bunch of credits. Honestly, the only thing I'm not liking about this is those commercial points. Out of everything. I want high government, not high commerce. But yeah, we're getting stuck with the commerce here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no immediate territory losses, which is always good to see. And we have 2 decisions. Probably mind here. Just agree that we're gonna have a second bureaucratic asset? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And we can afford to have a second bureaucratic asset. They want to recruit some of my population, which is fine. We'll take the mind and the relationship improvement. Everyone pile in and try to kill it.
Let's go. Operation.
And we actually got a proper kill there because they had the backs up against the nomads. So as painful as that was decisive. Okay, let's put you back on green territory. As far as that demand is to hold it to a particular date, so we're gonna have to hold it for another 15. Oh no, it went away because we finished it. Okay, we got the X, everything's fine. Industry-wise, I think I've got enough to build that bureaucratic office. Yep.
Order received.
And keep replacing the infantrymen as quickly as we can. And let's see if we can get a actual picket up with the nomads here, and then we'll be focusing probably on trying to figure out how to expand our industry. Now, before I cycle the turn, let's play the militia project, get our militia house. Propose peace. Might be able to eventually do something with that clan. The other here, as you can see, the territories are not going to negotiate with us. Okay. Seven no losses, nor made any kills. We have 3 decisions. And yeah, that completed our objective, which is get PP to 2. Information contract, shadow spy, trade, and corp scientist. Okay. National budget. I'm apparently sitting on surplus political power, so we're gonna shuffle this to. Oh, we're about to get more orgs. So before I take the shuffle, I think I'm actually going to go Interior Council.
Yes, sir.
That way we can have more choices as far as leaders go. I'm going to kick these up to 30. That'll be a little bit lower on the political power, but I think we can work with that. And yes, they want the meritocracy to go up. I'll accept that demand, but I want it to go up too. I am in agreement with that. Whether it succeeds or not is a different problem. I am in agreement with it. Okay, that's not a bad dispersion over forces for the moment. At some point we can try to go up the coast here where it's not aligned to not try to piss off the two territories. As far as this territory goes, we don't know what type of territory they are, so let's add a couple spies so that we can know for the next turn. I suppose I could try to negotiate a mission contract. Got the political power to try. Corp Scientist. Yes, let's roll that.
Yes, sir.
Worst case scenario, we might decide to do some rearrangement of our cabinet on the next turn. Yeah, we'll grab the Merc as well.
Yes, sir.
And then keep replacing infantry until we're back up to 4 strength. Suffered no losses nor made any kills, and we have 3 decisions, one of which we summoned, so we know what one of the 3 are. Admins 4, change of heart. MTH sees you suddenly new and beautiful light. Bunch of money, optics. Okay, another information contract has popped up. There we go. So, we start negotiations with the Aphrodite Deep Maritime Trading House. More rounds we hire the service, the lower the price will be. The following offers: explore the naval zone, Aphrodite Deep 3. 1, 2, 4, or 16. Go 16. Director of the Interior Council. Most suitable is this guy. Second most suitable is this guy. This guy's got some decent military stuff, so this is probably the Merc we hired. Well, on the other hand, I might do a replacement to the guy we have on Eco Council. 38 Science, 27 Inventor. That's looking like a pretty nice head to the Eco. Plus 13, 33, yeah, okay. This guy's not super great, but he's the second best capacity that we've got outside of already assigned people. Hopefully the governor first. Actually, decent governor. Yeah, okay. Outside of already assigned people. So yeah, you'll get the Interior Council because we're not too worried about the Interior Council actually being super great to start with. I'm not worried about tariffs, so set that to zilch. We probably do want a little bit in taxes early on. Let's get some tax cards. but we mainly are going to use for human resources and interior policies.
Roger that.
Don't necessarily care about charisma on my leaders. Oh, and I get to select the target. Oh, that's interesting. Presumably you gotta select someone with enough charisma that, like... Oh, our Supreme Command Counselor is actually real good. Shame he's the Supreme Command Counselor and actually in a place where we probably want to keep him. Oh, they gotta have a charisma stat above 35 to knock it down by 20, okay. Okay. So, what I want to do is let's come to Cabinet. And the head of the Eco Council. We're gonna call you up. Sorry, we're gonna relieve you from duty. We'll offer them another job because we'll probably get another job for them at some point. But yeah, we wanna assign our capacity 3 guy with decent science to the job that actually involves science. Who'd have thunk that would be a situation that we'd probably want to do? Yes. I mean, that's going to eat most of our industrial capacity, but I do want the road to go there. So, for the moment, that will work. I may not even have enough to do full replacement of the guards. Oh, well, never mind. Our guards are cheap. I could negotiate with the other Maritime House. Information contracts, so we can know some info. And the Ocean is Nomads. We got Nomads next to Nomads. And the Fulmorth clan. Who's the Fulmorth clan? Don't got any covert up, so we can't find out. Want to find out, but I can't. Okay, I think this is going to be the last intern cycle for the video. So if you're watching on YouTube, I hope you have been enjoying this. There will be another part up tomorrow, because I'm going to try to record more parts tonight. I'm not expecting necessarily anything interesting during this intern. We may technically see a little bit more of the alien life forms come ashore. Looks like the answer is no. So in the next part, we'll be picking up at the bottom of round 10, where we will have 4 decisions. Until then, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part. Bye for now.